Greetings to you, cheapskates across the fruited plain. You are now home. This is your show. This is the Cheapskates channel, a channel dedicated to conscious, frugal living. I'm here to help you help yourself and to protect yourself against individuals and companies that are trying to deprive you of your hard-earned dollar so that you can have more resources to help yourself and the ones that you love. Here today, we're going to talk about the situation of payday loans, title upon, regular upon, and furniture rentals. These things affect many across this country, and not in a very positive way. Of course, these businesses are set up to generate a profit, and I can't be angry with them for trying to make a buck. However, their methodology is set up so that once their, quote, customers get involved in them, it is almost like a never-ending spiral for them to get out. You pay and it accrues more. You pay more and it accrues more. It's kind of like chasing a runaway truck or a runaway train. Now, of course, everybody has financial situations in which you need money. And 9 times out of 10, we all have relatives that don't have the money we can borrow or won't lend us the money when we're in a tight. It's an individual situation. That's just life, and that's just how it is. But all of us are involved in real situations where we have to have financial resources to take care of things that just come up. And that's probably why a lot of people gravitate to these places. They don't have credit, or they don't have good credit. They don't have the income where people will grant them credit, or they might have a vehicle in which they can pawn the title at an exorbitant rate. Or, they might be in a situation where they don't have any furniture or can't afford to buy furniture or finance furniture. There's a little way to remedy the furniture situation so that you can get away from the furniture rental thing, which I'll tell you about before this talk is over with. But the payday loan and title upon, that's absolute poison to your financial position, because they'll advance you pay and then they'll want to pay from that other week. So in other words, you're chasing a runaway, you're chasing a moving target. You can't get ahead unless you try to do something else to catch up with that. These are non-catch-up things where they have you on the hook, and all the while the interest is increasing and increasing and increasing. And things, once one thing happens, a little while later something else is going to happen, and you need more money. And you need more money. These are the modern day loan sharks of our time. The title upon and payday loan type people. Now, on the bright side, if you need a good deal on a car, a title upon place is a good place to go, because lots of people default on the loans and they take the car and they sell the cars for cheap to try to get the money back. But we aren't talking about how to get a car cheap in this talk. We're talking about how to keep people out of your butt for money, and how to keep people's hooks out of you so that you can go about the main business of being cheap. And being fiscally conservative is a great way to put it. Yeah, I like that. Fiscally conservative. Yeah, if there's any other way to go about getting it, avoiding the payday loans and title upon things, it comes back to square one. Not overextending yourself by being cheap in the first place and not try to keep up with the Joneses, trying to flash, trying to have the bling, trying to have all this kind of stuff. You don't need that. You're impressing people who don't give a shit about you. They don't care about you. You could go out there and have $100 bills pasted all over your behind. Nobody's going to care about you. Don't spend your resources to impress. Spend your resources to survive and to enrich your life and the lives of your loved ones. Don't go to these people to try to maintain a lifestyle. It amazes me. So many people out there say, well, I have to maintain my lifestyle. What lifestyle? You know, we're all here by the grace of God. I mean, come on. You know, you can have things that you want, but you need to first have the things that you need. And staying away from these companies that really get you money for things that, you know, in situations that got you in it by things that you wanted, you know, it damages you financially. And you need to really stay away, because these companies are in the business of targeting working folk who just misguided and don't have the proper information out there to be able to steer away from the temptation to acquire the things that require money that are beyond their means. This is all that there is. Now, by addressing the furniture rental place, same thing goes to the people who patronize the furniture rental. They'll go in there and they'll rent the furniture, easy payments, or pay for it on time. You know, you're paying, you know, by the time you get through paying for the thing, you've bought 5 or 6 or 7 living room suits, or 5, 6 or 7 bedroom suits, or couch, or laptops, or refrigerators, and all that. The best thing to do, instead of dealing with those people, although you won't be buying new stuff, go buy used. They have plenty of used furniture places, used appliance places, you know, plenty of outfits that have good pre-owned stuff. Go to the thrift store. You can get you a good couch chair in the thrift store. You can get you a good sofa in the thrift store. Refrigerator there. You can buy darn near anything you want in the thrift store and not pay on time. Have somebody with a truck so you can haul it home, or know somebody, or pay somebody a couple of bucks to deliver it for you. But it beats having somebody have their hooks in you indefinitely for money that you don't have and that you need for other purposes when you do happen to get a taste of the money. Financially protect yourself from that. Stay away from these businesses. They're bad news. They keep you from enjoying life the way you should enjoy life. They're negative businesses for those who are actually their customers. They're great businesses if you're going to start up something like that, because you're going to get paid. And people are so motivated for going into, for spending money they don't have. Thus, credit. Pay as you go is the best policy. Stay away from credit unless it's going to be credit to have something that's going to give you even more something. And I'm not talking about stupid stuff like buying for some investment scam. I'm talking about buying something just like going and buying a vehicle to go drive for Uber or something that's going to make you money. Don't go out there and just buy just to have a pretty couch or to have a pretty car which you're going to ride your big butt around in and have people be mad at you because you're driving a better car than they are. You know, that's wrong. You know, use credit wisely in that. And so far as, you know, the thrift store, go buy used. You can go buy some stuff that's used, as brand new. Lots of companies donate demonstrator models and sofas, refrigerators and stuff to charitable organizations so that, you know, they can take the tax write-offs. Take advantage of this. That's the reason why a lot of people buy used cars. Take the depreciation. Why buy a new car and drive off the lot and it loses a third of its value? Does that make sense to you? You might as well go ahead and just throw a third of the money out there in the street so people can have it. All for the pleasure of driving a car off the lot and paying somebody's note and all that. But anyway, I don't want to rant on all this. I was just warning you about the payday loan people and kind of warning you to stay away from these folks because they're bad news for your financial health. Now, if you want to be depressed and all that and go chapter 7 and chapter 11 eventually because you're going to have so many people trying to crawl up your butt for money, go right ahead. But if you want to live your life in peace and not have your phone ring off the hook and not have people knocking at your door and coming to the place where you work and having people looking and whispering and all that about, oh, you know what, that man parked out in front of the house, they'd have to serve them with a warrant because they about to get thrown out, and having the rent man or rent lady or rent company after you because they want to sit your stuff out because you haven't paid rent in about 2 or 3 months there. I mean, you don't need all that. You don't need all that. You need to live within what funds that you have and gain information on how you can increase your income and go about doing that, and not just trying to figure out a way to get somebody's high interest loan or high interest credit card or all that other nonsense. It makes no sense for people to be spending 20-25% interest when you're going and financing a car. That's foolishness. It's idiotic just to have a car out there, or spending an exorbitant amount on a non-appreciating asset, something that is worth less and less as each day goes by. Enough of my rants. Hopefully this advice gave you some insight on what to do if you were considering going to a payday loan or title pawn or considering renting furniture. Hopefully this stops you dead in your tracks and hopefully makes you think and search for another way. Like going to the thrift store, going to the used furniture store, going to a yard sale. Yard sale is another good one for buying used furniture. Go anywhere you don't have to pay on time. Pay cash. Cash is king. You spend more money in other things like going and getting a cup of coffee and all that. Add up the amount of money that you spend buying fast food, getting a cup of coffee, buying this and that, and just throwing away money. Put that money to the side. It'll come in handy one day. You know, I'm going to have a talk about ways to clandestinely or secretly save money without actually feeling it. I think that would be a good talk, and every frugal person and every natural cheapskate and skinflint really needs to be aware of that. But that's another talk. In the meantime, if this information has helped you greatly and caused you to think and hopefully stay away from businesses like Payday Loan, Title Pawn, and Furniture Rental Place, please like and share. And as always, please copy the webpage location at the top, the http:// thing. Highlight it, copy it, and paste it to your Facebook, Instagram, and social media sites and say, hey, this guy saved me a bunch of money because I was about to go to the title pawn and I was going to lose my car and go to the payday loan and end up in financial servitude and financial slavery and all this kind of thing. He saved me from all this. He saved me from a hell of a mess. Send them to me. Let me talk to him and talk some sense into them about their financial well-being. Thanks for watching this video, and check out my other talks. I'm going to have plenty of things there to hopefully delight, entertain, put a little bit of money in your pocket, and keep you away from the big bad wolf who's trying to blow your house down financially. Check back with me next time. Bye-bye.